there an element of a risk involved in not starting with Twig and Baker, and if so, obviously worked very well?
I suppose there's an element of risk because people obviously see Gary's come back. He scored in the 3 games that he's come back in, but it would be unfair. You know, I thought, to be honest, against Sligo, he was out on his feet after half an hour. You know, and we had to take that into consideration with the double header again. And, you know, it would be better for not having played tonight and obviously being fresher in consideration for Monday. I just think as well is that when we play with that system, probably like Tommy does well up there when he plays in zone. You know, he's good at it. He's probably, because of the fitness levels of the strikers we have, he's the fittest one we have, so it suits him as well. And so there was an element of a risk, but it's a risk which allows you then to bring players off the bench that can affect the game, and that's probably something that at times this season we've not had as we would like.
Did you pick the personnel first and then the system, or the system first and then the personnel for this game?
No, we knew we were going to have to rest the strikers, and so that being the case, we would go with the system that we've gone with. It's a system that I think like suits us. Maybe not better than 4-4-2, but it certainly suits us as well as 4-4-2 does. It gives Chambers a wee bit of freedom in there, which he won't get maybe playing in a 4-4-2, and he's very good in that situation. You know, he's getting better at it. It also gives you that wee bit of strength away from home. I think the wide players get a wee bit more freedom as well. You know, I just look at 4-4-2 at times and think, you know, it's a bit harder to create than that. The problem is obviously when you play with that system at home, people think it's negative, but it's not. You know, but yet it's convincing them that that's not the case.
Have you a bit of a dilemma now, Michael? If Gary gets back to full fitness and Desi will be probably back in a few weeks' time, do you go 4-4-2 or do you keep the way you have it?
We just have to look at it, you know what I mean? We look at it, you know, and see. Gary can play equally in the 4-5-1 or the 4-3-3, whatever way you want to put it. Tommy Stewart can play and has done for Derry in any of the 3 forward positions, so that was one of the reasons that we were keen to get him in, because we knew he could play on either side. You know, he played a lot for Derry on the left hand side. That's where I saw him play predominantly last season. And so yeah, we look at the situation, we take each game as it comes, to be honest, and look at who's in form, who's not. But they're options that'll be nice to have, because they're options that we didn't have probably until this stage of the season. You know, the first quarter we were very much stretched resource wise, and we had to get points and win games by whatever way possible.
Was it important for Tommy to have a game like that, because I suppose looking at the way he maybe came to the club, he was seen as perhaps a stopgap signing or backup, but you know.
Well, people maybe from the outside would look at it that, but like, to be honest, I spoke to Tommy in November to try and get him to come to the club. You know, he had his heart set on looking at options in the UK, which you know, didn't materialise for him, and then he had a look at the American situation. I think he was at a bit of a crossroads because of the situation and how it had ended in Derry, which is understandable. You know, to maybe have a not a dim view, but like I think a new challenge away from the League of Ireland, I think was in his mind. But you know, when we got him in, like he was a player that we would have had in. It was just a case of getting him in, to be honest, and it was a long drawn out affair, but he'll continue to get better. He's needed a game like that. I think he's played well. He's needed a goal. You know, in his debut he came close to scoring twice against UCD, and in other games he's looked capable of scoring, but tonight I just thought he took the 2 goals. You know, it showed signs of what he's capable of, and he's only just turned 23. He's only going to get better.
He had a lot to do with the first goal, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I thought he'd missed the opportunity, to be honest. I thought, like, it was because he's not. Well, I don't think he's left-footed, but I'll have to review that after tonight. But like, he brought it, he kind of waited on the defender to get back to him, and then he brought it back into his left-hand side, and he sort of brought Conor Kennan into it as well, and he skipped past him, and it was a fantastic finish. And the second one, like, it's just it's top drawer the way he finished that.
How significant was that result, Michael, given that you lost at home earlier this season? So to come here, league leaders, they're 5 points ahead of you. You know?
Well, it was a big, it was a big result for us to come here and win. They've been obviously excellent this season. They'll be disappointed with it tonight, but you know they've been an excellent team. They've lost 2 goals only all season, which tells you the strength of their team. I've seen them on numerous occasions. I've never seen them in a game and come away and say they were lucky to get that. You know, they deserve to get what they are, and I said that to the players that, like, you know, we let ourselves down in Tala earlier in the season, a game that was probably spoiling the conditions a bit, but like at the end of the day it was a massive, I think from a belief point of view, for us to come here as well, and yet again, you know, at this minute in time we're proving to be an excellent team away from home.
How challenging is it to play the top 2 away from home in the space of 72 hours?
Yeah, it's challenging, but you know, I don't think that, like, we thought about it like that there. We thought about it as, like, you know, the fact that we're playing Pats and Dundalk, and we know the 2 teams obviously now. You know, Dundalk, a newer team put together by Ian, and a team that has had a great first quarter as well. So it'll be a difficult game out with Dundalk. It was last year. We went up there and won the 2 games last year. So we have no qualms about the surface or anything like that there. We'll go and we look forward to playing. I think they drew tonight, did they?
The 1-3-1.
The 1-3. There you go then. That was wrong information again. So we'll go. We'll go, and it'll be a difficult game. But you know, the league's showing, like, you know, they lost at home to Bray, so at least they reacted positively to that. But we'll be ready for the game and we look forward to it.
Do you feel a bit better armed now in terms of personnel for the season than men 2 periods ago? I mean, early on you weren't quite sure in terms of bodies and who was available, who wasn't available. Now they're all coming together.
Yeah, it's coming together, you know, but you know, we still, you know, we get Turner up to match fitness, and he misses tonight, you know, and Turner's been excellent for us since he came into the team. Sivis is still out, Sullivan's still out, so we're still important players down, to be honest, you know, but the opportunity's there for players to come in and play and to stake a claim, and some have done that, some haven't, but that's the nature of having a squad. But I think, you know, I would love to have a situation where we'd be injury free. It would be a dilemma from a selection point of view, but it's a dilemma that I would like to have, and hopefully now it's not so much that the injuries have gone away, it's just getting the players to the level of fitness required so they can do themselves justice, and you know, it's hard on Desi and Twiggy in those situations because they're not fit enough to start games just at the minute, but they will be within, you know, a week or 2 weeks.
Do you have anyone back for Monday who wasn't involved tonight? Or?
Turner has a chance for Monday, yeah. Sean O'Connor maybe has a slight chance, but I wouldn't expect any others to be available.
And no fresh injuries tonight, is there?
Not that I'm aware of, no. Not that I'm aware of.
So just asking like in general terms about the number of games that every team is in has to play. It's relentless.
It's ridiculous. To be honest, it's ridiculous. Just because the workload on the players, you know, people will knock the game for the quality of the game. What do they expect? Realistically, if you're asking players who aren't full-time, who don't have the preparation time of full-time teams to go and play a tough game like this and then go and play again Monday night, it's unrealistic for us. It's certainly unrealistic, I think, for, you know, the likes of Pats who have a smaller squad than us, Dundalk who have a smaller squad than us. I don't understand the logic behind that realistically. Pats here have obviously had the Satanic Cup to deal with as well, which has obviously been a hindrance. I think they've played midweek nearly most weeks, and it compromises the quality of the game, because what you'll find is that we've been unfortunate with injuries, and more teams will maybe run into that situation if the workload on the players is too high, and at the end of the day the product's what's important, and that's what's being jeopardised.
Thanks.